go. We are live. Hi, Allie.
Good night, Patriot family.
Good night. Good morning. Wait, what is
What's
it?
happening? Hello, Patriot family. How are you doing today? My goodness. All right.
Has been a weekend, but what you're catching us is on Sunday, late Sunday night.
Right.
Burning the midnight oil because Allie's going to be traveling. We got some things going on. We don't want to skip a President's Day edition of Open Mic.
Isn't it Trump's birthday? Like
what?
Isn't it Trump's birthday on President's Day?
Is it? I don't know. Can we confirm that?
I don't know. I think so. Real time.
It's in July.
I thought it was
We're gonna
President's
look.
Day.
Oh. Allie, do you have a Liberty cigar in your hand?
Yes, I do.
I love it. I think Allie's joining us on the go.
No, it's nighttime.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Go.
Guys, we've got so much to cover today. We're going to bring you some information from the Munich Security Summit, which was interesting to see Hillary Rodham Clinton there. She did not look good. We're going to talk about the Safe America Act.
Birthday. I'm sorry. It's Trump's birthday, June 14th.
June 14th. I thought he was a summer baby. Okay. All right. We're also going to talk about the walkouts that have been taking place across the country for students in high school and middle school. What role is the school playing? What role are the teachers' unions playing? Ooh. Guys, when you take your kids to school and drop them off in the morning, I think you pretty much think they're going to be at school all day. So
I don't really educated and not indoctrinated to rush outside to a protest. I mean, that's a little wild.
That part, Allie, that part. We got that and so much more. Plus, Allie and I have a little bit of sugar to make the medicine go down a little easier. That's what happens when you get us late night. All right, let's go ahead and open that mic.
We started, we're wearing our red hat tonight. It takes more than just a feeling. Oh, better be believing, and America's gonna be home.
What do you do? They try to cancel you. MAGA Nation, we cancel proof. My red hat stays on. My red hat stays on. You know I love God, but in Trump I trust. November 5th, he gon' ride with us. Our red hat stays on. Our red hat stays on. It's the mayor of MAGAville, the RNC King. 2024, freedom gon' ring. This the red, white, and blue. I'm still fighting for each one of you. And keep your red hat on.
Keep your red hat on. Allie, where are you coming to us from, girl? That does not look like your home office.
No, this is not my home office. I am in Corona.
Wait. Are you in Sarasota? Are you in?
We got a cameo. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Also, yeah, we're in Corona right now. We were doing some strategy meeting, and then we were like, yeah, we have to record. So here we are. Down in Sarasota.
Down in Sarasota, up for me. So that's pretty exciting. I know Kelly invited me there the other day. Kelly, we'll have to catch up, girl.
Kelly, we got a cameo from Miss Kelly Walker.
Yes, Kelly Walker. We love you, girl. Allie, so this just dropped, I think, before. I noticed we don't have it as an asset, but I want to talk about it. Did the Department of Homeland Security funding cut for right now? So they are shut down in that sense. ICE is not going anywhere. The ice is not melting, but
the House is going to have to convene next week to put in another vote for different funding, I guess, to figure out how that's going to work. So we're definitely going to keep our eyes out on that vote this week coming up. Luckily, I'll be in DC, so maybe you'll get some live updates. We'll see.
That would be pretty nice. That would be pretty nice to get some live updates from there. Guys, we are obviously unplugged today. That means Allie and I do all the share of production. So bear with us. But I want you to take a look at this. This was fun right here in Florida. The Daytona 500 as the Thunderbirds flew over.
My family friend Tyler Reddick won. Yeah.
It's like so fast. Take a look. I mean, Is that not awesome?
The sound of freedom.
The sound of freedom. Freedom is sexy. That's pretty cool. And
That's
you
why
know,
everyone in the administration is pregnant.
what'd you say? Everyone in the administration
That's why
is
everyone
pregnant.
in the administration is pregnant. All their wives, they're all pregnant.
There is something in the water. Something.
I literally have
somewhere.
everybody out here laughing. It's so funny.
Allie, as much work as we've done as independent media for the Save America Act, I've not really heard it posted kind of like this. This is, of course, Scott Pressler. He's done so much behind the scenes to help win those swing states in 2024. But he's basically saying, you know, if you're a GOP senator and you sit this one out or you can't find your way to the right side of the constitutional aisle, like, not only should you seek retirement, but you're probably hurting the entire party. Take a listen.
And any senators that do not push bringing the Save America Act to the Senate floor for debate, just know that you are very likely retiring your fellow Republican colleagues in the House. I want to say that again. Any Republican senator that does not push for election integrity reform is retiring their very colleagues in the House of Representatives, because it is they, the House members, that will suffer from your inaction.
And I want to talk to you about that, Allie, because the House has done their share 3 times now in bringing this forward, but they're the ones that probably stand to lose the most.
Yes, 100%, because that's usually how this works. So I don't think there are any Senate, I don't think there's a lot of Senate races that are up this year.
Yeah. That's what
So
he's talking about.
they will suffer. I mean, because this is what happens if we are not making sure that we're giving the American people what President Trump promised when he ran in 2024, what we all voted for in 2024,
Right.
we will lose bigly in the midterms.
Bigly.
However, it really does rely on the GOP and those of us that are politically affluent to
Yes.
frame the messaging properly and get specific things done. But the SAVE Act is the most important legislation that needs to get passed through the Senate and made it to the president's desk so he can sign it, so that it can be put into place before this next election. Otherwise, we can expect some cheating to happen.
Well, Allie, and you know, they've come out with a really bad marketing campaign, the Democrats, on the Save America Act, because again, when we're only asking you to enshrine our constitutional fortitude in law, again, just as a reminder, like ding ding, this was supposed to be something that wasn't happening anyway with non-citizens voting. When you can't sway the American people to think that that is somehow wrong, the Democrats have come up with this idea that we as poor women cannot get a marriage certificate and all the things we need in order to get a driver's license, in order to get an ID. They're now coming out and saying that some of it is racist. I want our viewers to take a look. This was on Fox News, and I won't share a lot of Fox News, but take a listen to this misogynistic thing that they're trying to claim. It's just crazy. Oh, frozen. Hold on. What is her name? Kaylee McEnany. Take a look.
Well, we have a fact check on this one, too. First, let's note that under the Save America Act, states will have the option to set their own discretionary process. They may accept both a birth certificate and a marriage certificate to provide proof of name change. And guess what? I recently got a new marriage certificate, too. It was also quite easy. We're showing you the process on your screen right now. Again, just a few clicks, just a few minutes. And we've debunked those concerns of the left.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Real-time fact check on Fox News. Did you think that you would see that on Fox News? Teaching you how to actually go into the website to get your marriage certificate. And when you get divorced, you pay for the divorce decree because that's within your, that's what you pay your lawyer for.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh.
Ask us how we know.
How can you ever get by day to day? I can't.
I mean, girls, ladies, how did we ever do it? I mean, how do we, like we said this last week, how did we ever register our kids for school?
Well, you know
how did
what?
we ever file income taxes? Like, how do we ever open bank accounts? How did we ever
Honestly,
get by, women?
It doesn't surprise me though, coming from the older generation, speaking to the younger generation. I'm talking about like younger, right? The generation that grew up on, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me show you how I got this ring. That kind of generation. So they don't know how to do anything.
Well,
I don't know, maybe is
so
that why?
this might be tapping into something we've said, which is Florida is no longer the retirement community of the nation. It is Capitol Hill. And that's part of it too, Allie. They don't even understand in this generation where every American under the age of like, I'm going to say like 60 at some point is on the internet, online. Yep. They know how to go on and start their Xfinity accounts, Comcast, whatever it is. Everybody's online
TV now without going through some kind of online app.
Yes. So this geriatric like unit in Capitol Hill is having a hard time understanding when they say, "Oh, you can't go get your documents."
We're going to need David.
Click on the button.
We're going to need David to come up with some kind of like image or something geriatric. The geriatric wing of Congress.
I'm sorry, and I don't mean that to be like ageism. I'm just saying if
they're ageist and sexist and misogynistic and racist. I mean, it's all
and I was just gonna say now it's racist, Allie, and I hate that we have to even show this, but now we're gonna show this. This goes back and forth for a good couple minutes. I want you guys to listen to how narcissistic most on the left are, because she never actually answers the freaking question. Take a listen.
Of course not.
Black voters.
Oh, if we look at
the SAVE Act?
The SAVE Act, that's exactly what we're talking about. That is actually going to continue to disenfranchise overwhelmingly a lot of people of color. There are so many civil rights organizations that have run the data. If we look at the way that it is going to disenfranchise Black voters, it's the same reason why Chuck Schumer called it Jim Crow to point out. So, this is the same president. If we want to continue,
you haven't said how yet.
I am talking about it. It's the way that you're putting new poll taxes on this when you're making people have. That's what we can call them now. It's kind of an idiom, right? If you want to say that people have to prove that they are citizens, that they have to prove with a voter ID, the reality is you're layering what is a constitutional right for the American people and making it harder for people to vote in this country, and it's going to disenfranchise Black voters.
Concern you that you're making all these claims? You've yet to lay out how it's hurting anyone, but 76% of Black voters think we should show an ID to vote. 80% of Hispanic voters, 83% of the American people. Are you saying that Black voters are too dumb to know what's good for them? I mean, it sounds pretty condescending.
We'll stop there. That was just a little bit of the back and forth.
I cannot. You can't even. She doesn't even believe it. Did you see her face and her reactions? Like her eyes were closed the entire time she was talking because she
all he kept saying,
"How?
He's sounding like a toddler. How?
Sounds like my 6-year-old. Why?
Why, Mom?
Why?
Here's the thing. Can you imagine if on the right, if we said, you know what, we want our Second Amendment and we don't want to produce any identification for anything?
Well, that's where I'm going with this now. If it's racist to show an ID in order for me to vote in my elections, then it's racist for me to show an ID for me to purchase a weapon. It's racist for me to show an ID to purchase an alcoholic beverage.
Oh, interesting, Allie.
If they can play, we can play this
poll tax. What is this poll tax? Is this like a strip club tax that we don't know about? What is the poll tax?
Okay, so what they're saying, what they're saying is that, it's going to cost us more money because if I lost my birth certificate or if I lost my driver's license or if I lost this, I'm going to have to pay to go get it. And that is going to require me in order for me to vote. Well, obviously it's your fault. You lost it. So you have to replace it. Like, I don't understand this is psychological cognitive dissonance and everybody needs therapy. These are the same people that told you that you needed a mask, 6 masks to stand 6 feet, get thrice vaccinated and show vaccine passport in order for you to go grocery shopping.
The vaccine only works if you take it. That's how mine works. You don't know that?
Birth control. Are you taking it?
Don't need it.
So I don't get pregnant.
That's the only way it works. It doesn't make any sense. And what are they saying is being done so far, are they saying that for everybody out there who's ever had an expired driver's license or is needed to get their insurance renewed or their registration on their car renewed, that like we're all just driving around with expired things because it's an additional tax to have to pay? I mean, we have to pay to get our taxes done every year. Is that racist too? We want us to line up and pay for a vaccine passport. Was that going to be a tax?
I'm not doing it. It's racist. It's so racist. It's so racist. It's so racist. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go.
And that's what's sad, Allie, is that first it was sexist. Now it's racist. The only thing left is that it's common sense, and it's going to rip the Democrat Party, not only their funding arm because of all the funding that they're getting for all these illegal alien programs that they're siphoning. It's not even going to them, but it's also taking away the ability for them, I think, to ever win an election ever, because who in their right mind, not right, but you know what I mean, a well-encompassing mind, who's still voting for these fools?
10% of America.
Jesus. I mean, what happened to the Democrat Party of America? Y'all,
I don't know, but it's sad to see. It really is. And I think everybody should chime in below and let us know how you think the Democrat Party can even resuscitate itself after this, because they are on life support at this point. I don't know if what is going to take for them to just pull the plug and just say, you know what, we need to reevaluate, because they have gone down the Mount Everest slope, and I don't know if they've just snowballed. There's no stopping.
When Fetterman is the voice of reason in his hoodie,
but he also ran on that IDs were racist.
You're right, he did. So what's the change? I don't know. It's interesting. Well, guys, keep it locked here for more on the Save America Act. And as that common sense legislation, we hope, pushes through the Senate, we'll keep you updated. Make sure you follow
Sorry, go ahead.
At Real Allie Leger, at Michelle Posey, and at Open Mic Ladies on all platforms. Go ahead, Allie.
No, I was going to say that the senators are not in office this week, which was largely why I was going, on top of a few other things. But that they're not there. I would have stopped in all of their offices and just said hi. Well, the four of them that are refusing to hop onto this, but it's just they're not there. And so that's why Scott Presler, he's actually going to their individual states to speak with them, because they're not there in session.
And I think that's maybe
partly why they decided to shut the government down. I mean, they're using the American people that actually work.
It's a big
issue. They're using our national security as leverage to not pass the most important legislation of our time right now.
The political ping pong is beyond me, and it affects so many Americans' lives. So the political ping pong has to stop. I can't.
That's exactly what it's doing, and that's why I love Anna Paulina Luna and and Senator Mike Lee, who are like, listen, we need to do the standing filibuster. Just nuke the whole thing. Either nuke it or do the standing filibuster. And this is what my article says. So if you go to my page, and I have my article pinned. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I think it's like the SAVE Act. I don't know. We'll look it up here in a second. But it's when the Senate was not created to be a bottleneck of conjecture. The Senate was literally made to do this, to debate. And the fact that Leader Thune had even said, I mean, I know that he's on board right now, but a lot of there's four others that are saying, we don't want to debate this because that's going to take away time from us being able to debate other things. What is more important than debating this right now? Honestly, I don't even think we should be having a debate, because it's about IDs and our federal elections and making sure that they are secure, so that only citizens are voting and not illegals are voting, because they've come into this country with a wide open border from Biden and his administration. So I don't understand why we're even having this conversation, but the fact that we have to have this conversation, sure.
It shows you how far we've digressed, Allie. I mean, that I always say the Save America Act is your thermometer for America, for people to know. If you thought the left fell off the cliff, they did. There is no safety net. They're burning down at the edge of the cliff, and I just fan the flames. I don't even know what to do at this point.
I wonder what the founders would think.
100%. They would be
on President's Day. As we sit on President's Day, they've got to be going, well, y'all, this is what we meant when they said, if you can keep it, because apparently the left wants to bring in.
So wait, did you see that there are people that one, that are in the political arena that have like legitimate jobs like comms directors.
Yeah.
And you have people that are political commentators who used to be in the news that are talking about how they don't like the fact that everybody is applauding Nicki Minaj because she's a celebrity. And they're saying this like, oh, she's just giving an endorsement. There's one thing to give an endorsement. And they're thankful that she's using her platform to speak out on, the Christian slaying of Christians in Nigeria.
Right.
But this is the issue. It's not about celebrity. It's about the fact that she's using her platform to engage her followers to actually participate in our own governance. There is a huge difference there. That is something even political commentators don't even dare to do.
Taylor Swift did it with voting.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Taylor
And
Swift did it. So
well,
the
and
left
here's
can do it.
the
but
right we have disengaged culture a lot because they are the kind of the enemy that we know, but we allow culture to inoculate us from what's really supposed to be happening, what we're really supposed to be talking about. We're doing it now with the Epstein files. It's like, oh, let's think about what's this like Savannah Guthrie and her mom. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but there's people that go missing every single day. Look at the Epstein files. A lot of them were children. Maybe we should ask those questions, but it's like we want to inoculate ourselves and put ourselves to sleep so that we don't have to deal with the things that are uncomfortable. The Save America Act was not meant to be uncomfortable, you guys. The fact that it is, it's really alarming.
It's wild. It is. Yes, it is very alarming. And I'm sorry that half our show has been talking about the SAVE Act, but you guys, please make sure you're calling these 4 senators. Do you know which 4 they are? You want to put them up?
Yeah, pull them up again.
It's McConnell, Murkowski, Tillis, and I can't remember the last one.
Dear God, McConnell.
And it's always Tillis, though.
It's always Tillis.
Okay. Collins? No, Collins is in. Collins is in now. So it's 3 of them now. Murkowski? McConnell and Tillis.
How much longer? How's McConnell hanging in there? Switchboard.
What is it?
Hey, better yet, ask them how they're able to vote in the Senate. I bet there's an ID involved. Jeez, I know, right?
I mean, that's how they vote. This is wild. It's how they
Every
vote.
woman in Congress has been able to get an ID. It is not that difficult. I don't know. And Hillary Clinton even found ways to whitewash her, her hard drive. So women are pretty handy. We're pretty handy.
It's hilarious.
FBI ain't got nothing on a woman. I'm just saying. Well, let's pivot a little bit. So those of you out there who don't like Big Brother government in your business, you didn't like them knowing everything about your vaccination status, probably don't like them having access to your funds as far as like CBDC, because we don't want them to just be able to flip a switch because you didn't say the right thing or toe the right line. How about your vehicle? How does it make you feel to think that there was a kill switch located on your vehicle? And thank God Trump just did something about it. Let's take a listen.
I'm pleased to be joined today by EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, who you all know, and to announce the single largest deregulatory action in American history. That's a big statement, in American history. And I think we can add the words by far. Under the process just completed by the EPA, we are officially terminating the so-called endangerment finding, a disastrous Obama-era policy that severely damaged the American auto industry and massively drove up prices for American consumers. Prices went up incredibly for a worse product. This action will eliminate over $1.3 trillion of regulatory costs and help bring car prices tumbling down dramatically. You're going to get a better car. You're going to get a car that starts easier, a car that works better.
Thank you, Trump.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I
Goodness,
appreciate
that's ridiculous. I don't even know why that was even a vote, why people even voted for that. That is crazy.
So he terminated they're the Obama regulations, which forced it's a stop start feature on your car. All of you guys who are out there right now that have this on your car, you know who you are. You hit to disengage it every time, because it's every time you come to a stoplight, it's like boom, boom. And you're like, did my car just stop? And in the old days, you're like, do I need to restart it? What just happened? And then you take your foot off the brake and it starts again. It's another feature to basically go wrong and have to replace. But over 1,000 green new scam regulations were tied to this electric vehicle mandate. He says the start stop would stay on no matter what, turning the car off at the lights, frustrating Americans. So it wears down on
only mechanics know how to disengage it. I haven't figured it out. I know someone that has, and I'm like, you need to figure this out because I cannot. I need to get this out of my car because I can't. It's Kami car. Every time it does it, and then it beeps at me if I don't have my seatbelt on. I'm like, Kami, it's a Kami
Mine
car.
wouldn't let me go into gear the other day, and all I was doing was backing out and pulling back in. I was like, stupid Kami car. Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
This is why everybody's soft.
By what? Everybody's what?
This is why everybody's so soft.
Because you need your car to tell you what to do.
They literally need everything to tell them what to do.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, Allie, I've got a little bit of tea for you. You ready?
No.
What do you think of this?
Oh, what is this? Trump and DeSantis golf together this weekend. Could a bromance be brewing to bring the governor to Washington? Let's hope so, says David Marcus. Interesting,
right? Though, I mean, I don't know. It's something that Fox News has reported on. And so, for those of you that aren't in Florida, we have a big governor race coming up in 2026. A lot of people are saying, what is Governor DeSantis going to do after he leaves the governor's house? I don't know. Maybe we'll see him somewhere would he be in a Trump administration? I don't know. I just can't take somebody who said the stuff that he has said about Trump, and I love DeSantis. But how do you am I too bitter? I can't, it's hard to forgive.
It's hard to forgive. I don't know. I would. Do we want to see more Florida in the Trump administration? Absolutely.
But I would be like, you could join the Trump administration, but I need to know your location at all times. Like, that's the kind of relationship
at all times.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, so we downloading Life 360 then, right? Because
oh my goodness.
Because I forget but I'm not
who you're meeting with at all times. Interesting. So interesting. I don't know.
Or is it just a friendly round of golf? I mean, but
maybe it could be. But you know how politics is. Perception is politics. That's why it's so important for us to frame things in an appropriate way, because we on the right, they suck at capturing moments and framing them the proper way. We suck at narrative framing. It's so awful. But there are some of us, like you and I and our lovely friend over here, Miss Kelly. We know how to do that. There are some others that do know how to do that.
And that's why so many people in whether it's in the administration or the fringe of the administration kind of lean to be able to frame that on people like us and what we do. We're grateful for them. But guys, I don't want to make anybody think that we here at Open Mic or that the administration has at all forgotten about Frankenstein Fauci, because we never talk about him. HHS is soaring, but
public enemy number one.
Public enemy number one. The problem is, Allie, there's so many enemies that we almost need our own FBI most wanted list.
Can we do that, David? Can we do a wanted poster?
Let's do a wanted poster. Well, here is Megyn Kelly. She's talking to the Director of National Security or National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. Let's take a quick listen to this, and then I want your reaction to it.
We did fund it. Then Anthony Fauci helped fund the pandemic.
The thing that he denied over and over and over to Senator Rand Paul's questioning.
That's right. Under oath.
Under oath, exactly. So is it any wonder that he sought a preemptive pardon for anything during a certain period of time by President Biden before he left office?
So good news is I think that's the DNI director basically saying while she's looking into the elections, she's looking at her and Kash Patel have been that's been placed in their lap. I think we're still going to see something with Fauci because he did lie under oath. We all know that. And here's the funny thing.
Crime.
Here's the funny thing. They gave him a lot of opportunity. It's like when you're dating a Latina and then she says, she asks you where you were. Listen, if she's saying so, she already knows. She already knows, and she may, if she's loving, she may.
Why are you giving people the blueprint? Why?
They should know. They should know. So if I have to ask you, I already know, and then I'm going to try to give you
the opportunity to come clean.
An opportunity, and that's what they did in questioning Fauci. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Can you
Is that
time
your
stamp
final
that for
answer?
me? Because here, I have receipts.
I have
You
Time
sure?
for the wire.
You sure? Here, let me play this back for you. Are you sure?
I look forward to that. I know we have a lot of families that we work with, that we are in touch with, that, you know, whether it's from vaccine injury, whether it is because, you know, you weren't able to be near your loved ones as they took their dying breaths, for all of the ones that the baby boomer, especially baby boomer generation, that they murdered because of the institution of this virus and the way they wouldn't allow us to treat it. It was the most unscientific thing we've ever done.
And we paid for it. We funded it, just like we're funding our freaking terrorists. Antifa, we're funding, well, Democrat Tifa at this point, we're funding the Taliban, we're funding terrorists in Somalia, we're funding all of it.
I'm telling you guys. Well, listen, we got to take a quick break. Allie's got her own Liberty cigar there. We're going to hear a quick message about how you can support a wonderful Patriot-owned business, Liberty Cigars. Plus, you can support Open Mic Ladies by using promo code Open Mic. We'll be right back with more Open Mic after this message. Perfect timing. Perfect timing, ma'am. Oh my gosh.
Smoke the history.
Oh
my gosh. We're actually going to, in the next, here pretty soon, we're going to be collaborating with Liberty Cigars as they decide to launch their female version. So right now they currently have like the Commander Series, and they have, we're going to be doing the first women. And it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. Awesome. I can't wait.
And we're hoping to be able to take it to a cigar lounge near you. So if you have a locally owned business that you want to see Open Mic Ladies come to launch these new Liberty cigars that will be out, Ladies Edition, make sure you contact us at contact@openmicladies.com.
Perfect spot for you guys.
And also, we're hoping to be boots on ground at their new facility. They're building it as we speak. So in the next year or so, maybe year and a half, you'll see Open Mic Ladies.
Yes. All right, Allie, one of the things that we have been blowing the whistle on here in this country is the Islamification, really, of our nation, not the fact that you don't have the right to practice your religion the way you see fit, but not when it's got a law that contradicts the law of the land. Of course, we're talking about Sharia law versus the Constitution. Doesn't commingle at all within our nation. And we're not the only country, Allie, that's meeting this head on. I was going to play this video, but it dawned on me it's not in our language and none of you are going to understand what it says. So let me just play it while I read it to you. Japan has just passed new laws to completely crack down on Islam. They're calling their calls to prayer, the public praying, the large mosques that they haven't even, they're saying in Japan, they really haven't even gotten the correct building permits to build. Japan has seen what Islam has done to the West and it's saying no before it's too late. Don't forget, that is the prime minister there. She is a huge Trump supporter. Could this be Make Japan Great Again? I don't know.
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, and so what they're doing is they're preemptively doing it, right? They're not being reactionary. They are preparing. And I love this because you know what I say, because this is what was instilled into me by my dad, who's Army veteran. Yeah. Piss poor leadership leads to piss poor outcomes. Okay. And we can't do that. We have to make sure that we are properly prepared.
Amen. Amen, Allie. I love that.
And they are preemptively taking care of this instead of waiting for it to get so bad, like it is in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Where you have people being arrested on the street for simply praying or simply getting into an argument with someone who is of the radical Islamic religion. That is that's craziness right now. You actually have girls that are in high schools or in schools, whether it's high school, middle school, that are being taught how to wear hijab. No,
thank you. No, thank you. No, I ain't covering it.
It's a part of that, like the come together kind of moment. They want us all to be inclusive, right? And so whatever
For the greater good, for the security of all.
Hold on, but whatever happened to what is that called when you take someone else's, what they say when you take someone else's look and image?
Impersonating?
That, but yes, on the left side says it different though.
Oh.
And I can't remember because I haven't been a part of the left for I don't even know how long.
In forever.
Like when and they try to say
They
like
steal,
racist or
yeah.
something.
Appropriation.
Yes,
That's what it is. Why are you appropriating my look? Whatever happened to that?
With your own look.
But now because it's radical Islamist, like now
Allie,
it's okay. So a white girl can't wear braids because she's appropriating the black culture, but you can wear hijab and not appropriate the Islamic culture.
And a man can wear a woman's face, but
and that's not appropriation.
Yeah, no,
And
exactly.
And apparently men could have periods. So
you know what? They can have them. Can we arrange that, Lord? Can we give men that? Because I'd give it. I'd willingly. Listen, and
wild, absolutely wild,
absolutely crazy. Well, and speaking of crazy, she did not look well. Hillary Rodham Clinton.
She might need to go see one. Sorry.
She shows up at the at the Munich security conference, and all I could think about is why. She's a former Secretary of State, mind you. Benghazi took place under her leadership. She's not really done much to secure much of anything. Remember, she gave a ton of enrichment of uranium over to the Russians. I mean, what she has not done to secure us is worse as a Secretary of State. I'm not sure why she is here as somebody that is on a panel, but it does give them a great chance to trigger her. Let's take a look. I can't speak today. Maybe I need to put the orange juice down. Take a listen to Hillary Rodham Clinton. Get a little bit of Trump derangement syndrome. Let's take a listen.
Well, first, I think you really don't like him.
You know, that is absolutely true. But I really, not only do I not like him, I don't like him because of what he's doing to the United States and the world. And I think you should take a hard look at it if you think that there is something good that will come out of it.
What I think Trump is doing in America, I think it is reaction for something for some policies that really went too far from the regular people, too far from reality. So, you know, we saw the cancel culture. We saw the woke revolution. I don't agree with the gender revolution, the climate alarmism.
Which gender? Women having their rights?
No, let Peter go on.
I think there are two genders. So, but some of us think that there is more than one or more than two gender. I think there is male and female, and the rest probably is a social construct. So this is something that went too far.
But does that justify selling out the people of Ukraine who are on the front lines dying to save their freedom and their two genders? If that's what you're worried about?
Can I please finish my points? I'm sorry that it makes you nervous. I'm really sorry for that.
I'd be nervous.
I love how he's laughing at this. But no, seriously, like, isn't she responsible for Benghazi?
Yeah.
Like, so you're more concerned about Ukrainian soldiers than you are about our own military soldiers. You're more concerned. I mean, our Senate has literally held them hostage. Okay. They're using them as leverage. What about our veterans and our veterans care? Dismantle the VA. I mean, I know he's trying to make it better. I do. I know it. I love it.
It's time to cut the bureaucratic red tape in the VA.
That part.
And, you know, we're all for diplomacy here, but America first.
That part.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all one brain. The three of us, one brain.
One brain. We will all finish each other's sentences.
So good.
That's so good. Well, and I,
better myself. I mean.
part of what she did by consistently interrupting him as well. This is why she was never truly a viable candidate for presidency, because they've done so much polling both on the left and on the right. Obviously, the right was never going to vote for her anyway, but people had a hard time listening to her because she could never, even in the debates with Donald Trump. I mean, he largely won those debates because he had to almost be a gentleman about it and just let her come across as unhinged. Right. And she does. She comes across as unhinged. It's crazy.
Yes. I don't even know how she was effective as Secretary of State.
She wasn't.
Obviously she wasn't, but with that kind of attitude, like that is not upholding yourself as someone who we would consider to be a stateswoman or a statesperson.
And if you want to see Secretary of State be done right, this is Marco Rubio tripling down on the fact that, you know what, part of America First policies means the way we treat global governance. We're not submitting anymore to a global authoritarian regime, kind of these elitists. He's saying, listen, we were our best when we expanded to conquer and to push Western practices. This is how the world actually comes. What is that saying? A rising tide raises all boats. This is part of why MAGA is so contagious. Take a listen to Marco Rubio. Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's missionaries, it's pilgrims, it's soldiers, it's explorers pouring out from its shores to cross oceans, settle new continents, build vast empires extending out across the globe. But in 1945, for the first time since the age of Columbus, it was contracting. Europe was in ruins. Half of it lived behind an iron curtain, and the rest looked like it would soon follow. The great Western empires had entered into terminal decline, accelerated by godless communist revolutions and by anti-colonial uprisings that would transform the world and drape the red hammer and sickle across vast swaths of the map in the years to come. Against that backdrop, then as now, many came to believe that the West's age of dominance had come to an end, and that our future was destined to be a faint and feeble echo of our past. But together, our predecessors recognized that decline was a choice.
That decline was a choice. I'm going to stop there because it's about a 5-minute long video, but decline was a choice. You have to understand what's gotten us to this point, whether we're talking about our southern borders, whether we're talking about funding a lab in Wuhan, China to grow viruses and make them more deadly. That kind of decline is a choice. And I love what he's saying. It's contradictory to this nation's founding. It's contradictory to what made the Berlin Wall fall. It's contradictory to what did away with the Soviet Union. This is the best parts of our entire existence as people has taken place largely when freedom of religion, but when Christianity is allowed to flourish and when our country is allowed to embrace that. How bold for a Secretary of State of the United States of America to say that on a national level, on an international level. Really
great. I'm so glad that he said it. I mean, he's going to go down as one of, I think, the greatest orators that we currently have, along with President Trump and Pete Hegseth. I love listening to their speeches. They're absolutely amazing. I mean, there's a couple others, but it's just, it's awesome to hear them connect our founding and the idea of American sovereignty to what has happened prior in previous administrations, to what we're doing now to correct those bad policies and those bad national policies that have been put forth. So
absolutely.
Obviously. So,
and one of the things I love, I saw
decline was a choice.
Decline was a choice. Merch.
The White House, they'll make it.
One of the things that I'm loving even more about Marco Rubio is, and again, we had plenty of issues with him when he was a senator in the state. There were things I didn't always agree with him on, but this is the perfect example of keeping dialed into your elected representatives and watching them pick up the ball when you pass it. I mean, if these changes are being implemented because people have given him some kind of feedback, or whether it's studying under the understudy of Donald Trump, I think this is amazing. But when people post to him questions about 2028, I love, this is what DeSantis should have done. Sorry. I love what he does. He largely is like, look, we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm happy to be doing what I'm doing. I've got 5 jobs here in the White House. So, I don't need a 6th right now. And I love that, because right now is not the time to be pinning Republican against Republican. You know what I mean? We need to kind of stay together and united. So
we need to all hop on this MAGA America First train and just
get through the midterms.
Okay. Let's get through these midterms. That's it. That's what needs to happen, and prepare for 2028.
And I'll tell you what, 2026, some of the biggest elections coming to a ballot box near you is going to be your school board elections. And I don't just say that because I'm running for school board, guys, but because what is happening with our teachers unions. I mean, I know that they've already introduced verbiage to try to take away the charter for the national teachers union, because they were over in Davos, Switzerland, talking about how we need a global curriculum. Their head is been in the clouds ever since COVID. They just never recovered, I don't think. But here in Florida, Allie, what's been alarming.
And we talked about this first on CCN, on Coastal Conservative News. So go follow us on @Coastal Conservative News on X and all social media platforms. You will find that we broke this news first like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And now it's picking up steam.
Absolutely. And this is the Florida Teachers Union. So here in Florida,
I want to let everybody know, Hillsborough County, that young woman in the green, she, I believe, is running again for Stacey Hahn's district. That's District 2. Okay.
Well, and this gentleman in the orange here in front, this is Xander Morris. All of us here in Sarasota County are very familiar with him, although he does not live in the county. He originally went to school here. This is an activist who's trying to get children and students to walk out of class time, instruction time, in protest of ICE. Again, I've said this before, the only ICE in your school district here in Florida, especially Sarasota County, is the ICE in your cafeteria, because it is not, they're not coming in mass.
Have ice in the cafeteria. Half the time, the water fountains don't even work. Sorry.
I'm serious. But these are activists, you guys, activists standing at the podium at the Florida Teachers Union press conference. Listen to what he says of what he wants of students, and then we'll talk about it.
Students are confronted with videos of ICE raids, of families being torn apart, and of Americans being murdered for using their constitutional rights. They respond. They organize. They speak out. And they do what American students have always done in moments of injustice. They stand together and demand safety for their peers, their families, and themselves. And that response, while framed by some politicians as radical, is rather reasonable. It's rational. And in a moment like this, it is required.
It is required, he's saying.
Did he say they selves? I'm
Probably.
sorry.
Yeah.
At this point, it wouldn't even surprise me. Continue, sorry.
No, you're right.
I'm glad she pointed it out, because that shows how far they've fallen from actually educating our students. They can't even speak properly.
Well, and what does it say to have the free state of Florida's teachers unions allowing that type of message? So are they saying, has the teachers union now gone from the people that wanted to keep schools closed during COVID and not allow your children to go in and have face-to-face learning, to then being the people that championed the cause of, well, your child must be in the wrong body, so let's lop off perfectly healthy body parts to adolescent teens, to then let's not be in the classroom for instruction. Let's let you walk out, even though you're going out there in traffic and over here and over there. We can't guarantee your safety. What the heck is our teachers union doing? They're not advocating for teachers
or for students in education, which is why there's such a move to dismantle teachers unions. Thank you, Corey DeAngelis.
Thank you, Corey
I will
DeAngelis.
send you an email pretty soon, because that is an important initiative that a lot of people need to get on board with, especially moms, especially homeschool moms. Anybody that really does care and invest in our education, anybody needs to get on board with that, because this is not okay. Their charter needs to be removed 100%.
And when Libs of TikTok steps onto your campus, you might have a problem. Here is somebody that works in the district, one of these school districts, watching as these students not only walked out, but as they're protesting. And I love that this independent journalist comes up and says, are you being paid for this? Listen.
Are you involved with this protest at all? I'm sorry. So, are you teach here? Do you teach here?
I prefer not to engage.
That's okay. You're on the public sidewalk. Are you working right now?
Am I working right now?
Yeah.
Sure am.
What's your name? I'm asking you what your name. You're on the public sidewalk. You're working, and these are your students. What is your name? Have these students notified their parents?
What's that?
Have these parents notified their parents that they're out here protesting on the sidewalk?
Sorry?
Have these
I can't
parents,
hear you over the protest.
Have these parents been notified that their students are protesting?
I'm
Their
having a hard
children.
time hearing you.
Have these parents been notified that their children are protesting on the public sidewalk during school day?
Okay, I'm sorry, what?
Oh my goodness.
Have you?
Look at them.
Have you notified the parents that these children?
Stay on the side.
Have you
Look at
notified
them.
the parents that these children are protesting during the school day? Were school resources used to make these signs?
I mean, she goes on and on, Allie, to ask all the right questions, but that is alarming. That's the kind of
He is just refusing to answer. Like, take your kids out of school, y'all.
So it is. Libs of TikTok has found out this is the principal at Da Vinci High School. Yeah, they're making him famous, and so is Corey DeAngelis. Grateful for that. Principal, guys, principal. Do you know what principals are making? Do you know what administrative positions are making in your local public school district? I mean, to stand there and to watch these children walk across the street, it's just a matter of time, God forbid, that somebody gets really hurt. And why are we not doing so? Why is this not a part of the school safety talk that everybody wants to have? You know, they want to talk about school shooters. What about this?
You know how when they talk about school is the pipeline to prison?
Yeah, that's Obama.
This is it. This is it. Because if you're obstructing federal business, that's a felony.
Yeah, take a look. The unhinged.
And they're shocked.
We're protesting. We have the right to protest.
Unhinged craziness.
There's even a couple of them that are begging for their moms once they get arrested. They don't realize that there are consequences to the actions that you take. This is why morality is taught at home. And if it's not taught at home, the rules need to be enforced at school. And when they're not, you get this. This is crazy.
And half the time with these protests, the students take it as a way to, obviously skip.
Yes.
Learn a critical learning time. And I remember what it was like in high school, as you guys can imagine, if there's a protest, it's free school day, free skip day.
Yeah.
So it's not even like they understand what they're protesting for. And if they did, they wouldn't be protesting for such insane things. The behavior, you can judge a child and how they're taught at home from this behavior.
100%.
Absolutely. And parents.
Do you remember the time where they were trying to get students not to do senior skip day?
Oh my God.
They were discouraging senior skip day.
They've been discouraging students eating lunch off campus because they couldn't make it back for the next period without being tardy. Where's that authority anymore? This is crazy.
It's crazy how it started with sitting during the pledge.
Yeah.
And now it turned into this.
Yeah.
And unless we get it under control, it continues to grow and to snowball. And again, what Allie's referring to is that pipeline to prison ideology that Barack Obama brought in, where he loosened a lot of the hold that we had on discipline in the public schools. Talk to a local public school teacher and let them tell you how crippled they feel in their classroom. It's time to make discipline great again. Allie, we are almost out of time, so I've got a little bit of trivia. Okay, let's start here, guys. Which president?
I don't. You know the answers because you
know,
put the
but
trivia
I do
together.
I do not know all the answers. I did not when I put it together. Let's just
president is known as the father of our country for leading America to independence and voluntarily giving up his power. We all know this.
George Washington.
George Washington.
George Washington. How did you
General
know that?
Washington.
So, but he voluntarily gave up his power because we did not have
had a king.
term limits.
We could have had a king.
We could have had a
Or
king.
queen.
Well,
All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, this is for Allie and Kelly. Let's see which one of you all know this. Which president authored the Declaration of Independence and strongly supported limited federal government and individual
I
liberty?
always get this wrong.
Dun,
I
dun,
want to
dun.
say Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, I should have let you just say it. Oh my God.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. All right. Which president warned us about political factions and foreign influence in his farewell address? Guys, I did not know this, but when you go back and read his farewell address, when it broke his heart to step down and to no longer run, but he said, listen, you're going to have little factions of the political parties and beware of foreign influence. Who do you think it was?
George Washington, I
It
think.
was.
Yeah. All right.
All right. That's why you said he's probably rolling over his grave right now.
I'm saying.
I
Especially
did
as
not
we're
know this
funding
one.
it.
I did not know this one. Which president is famous for saying, speak softly and carry a big stick? He was talking about the national defense and America's strength abroad.
I don't know. Theodore Roosevelt. Okay.
That's very him. That is very him.
That is very him. And so, by the way, Liberty Cigars has all of these cigars, all these presidents as their cigars. And they're so bomb. They're so bomb.
All right. Which president led America through the Great Depression and World War II, but he did expand federal leadership during a time of national crisis? He was very national, global minded. Any thoughts?
Was it Roosevelt?
It's a different Roosevelt. It's Franklin D. Roosevelt. Fun fact: they are cousins, distant cousins.
Oh,
yeah. There's like this theory that they're all related.
Well,
it's not even a theory; it's actually proven. They're all
and
related.
one of them married like the other one's niece. It was
and cousin and like third removed. It is. It's wild. I think there was a girl. We bring it up. There was a girl who did a research on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she even found out that President Obama was related to one of our founders, which is wild. It's crazy. All right, which president challenged Americans to renew patriotism and economic freedom with the idea that government is not the solution to our problem? Government is the problem.
God bless him, Reagan.
Hey, dun, dun, dun.
There you
Reagan,
go.
born and raised in Tampico, Illinois. I was born and raised 10 minutes from there, so we are Reaganites up there. West. Okay, and the last one: which president established the precedent that the Constitution, but not any individual, is the highest authority in America? He's got a cigar as well.
I know, so many of them. John Adams.
John Adams. Okay, there. You don't say you never learn anything on open mic, ladies.
I'm saying. I mean, you learn all kinds of things on open mic.
Some things you might want to forget, but we're not going to let you.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So y'all, we love some smart, intelligent, classy Republican women. Both of you. Mwah.
We love you, Kelly. And you know what? That's the other thing about conservative women. We adjust each other's crown. And that's the left can learn a lot from that. But
and that's why Michelle is running for school board.
I love you. Kelly's running for State House here in Florida. And Allie, a seat near you. I'm just going to say that. Thank you so much for joining Open Mic, ladies. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Bye.